You don't hate money, but every time you get close to earning more, something inside you slows down. You procrastinate, you hesitate, you prepare forever, and then you quietly tell yourself, maybe I'm just not the type of person who gets rich. But what if the problem isn't effort or intelligence? What if your brain is protecting you from wealth on purpose? Problem deep dive. You see it in small moments. You research for hours, but never launch. You start a side project, then suddenly feel tired for no reason. You get paid, and somehow spend it faster than you planned. Not wildly, just small leaks. Food, subscriptions, treats, until nothing stays. And each time it happens, your self-talk gets quieter. Maybe I'm just bad with money. Maybe rich people are different. So you work hard, but stay stuck. Effort without movement, like running on a treadmill. This isn't laziness. It's a pattern psychologists call self-handicapping behavior, subtle actions that protect your identity from risk. Because earning more doesn't just change your bank account, it changes who you are. And that is what your brain is unsure about. Something deeper is happening, but we haven't named it yet. Reframe. Here's the part most people never hear. You're not financially broken. Your brain is actually trying to help you. Strange, but true. Many of your bad money habits are adaptations, old survival strategies. At some point in your life, stability mattered more than growth. Safety mattered more than ambition. So your nervous system learned, don't risk too much. Stay small, stay safe. And it worked. It kept you stable. It kept you accepted. It kept you from failure. But now, that same protection feels like a cage, and you don't notice the bars because they're inside your thoughts. So the question isn't, how do I force myself to be rich? It's quieter than that. Why does your brain treat wealth like a threat? Psychological mechanism. Let's slow this down. Your brain has two systems. One plans the future. The other protects you right now. Psychologists call this the prefrontal cortex versus the limbic system, the planner and the protector. The planner says, invest, save, build skills, think long term. The protector says, don't risk rejection, don't fail publicly, don't lose what you already have. And here's the key. The protector is older, faster, stronger. It evolved for survival, not success. So when money growth feels uncertain, your limbic brain reacts like it's danger. Not a tiger, but social danger. Rejection, embarrassment, looking foolish. To your brain, that used to mean death from the tribe. So it sends subtle signals, fatigue, procrastination, impulse spending. Not because you're weak, because your nervous system is reducing perceived threat. Here's a simple model. Think of your mind like a thermostat. If wealth feels unfamiliar, your brain turns the temperature back down, back to your normal, even if normal is struggling. So the real problem isn't knowledge, it's emotional familiarity, and that changes everything. But if this is automatic, how do you gently retrain it? Practical framework. Not hacks, not motivation. We use psychology. Reduce threat before action. Start embarrassingly small. Why it works. Small actions don't trigger the amygdala's fear response. The brain sees them as safe. Example, instead of build a business, spend 15 minutes researching one idea. Tiny steps keep the protector calm, progress without alarm. Create identity evidence. Track small financial wins daily. Why it works. The brain updates identity through repeated proof, not affirmations. This is called self-perception theory. Example, write, saved $5 today, finished one client message, learned one skill. These micro evidences slowly teach your brain, I am someone who handles money. Identity shifts first, income follows. Delay emotional spending. Add a 24-hour pause before non-essential purchases. Why it works. Impulse buying is dopamine-driven. Waiting allows the prefrontal cortex to regain control. Example, add items to a cart, but don't check out until tomorrow. Most urges fade, not because of discipline, because chemistry changed. Increase familiarity with wealth. Expose yourself to normal conversations about money. Why it works. The brain stops treating what's familiar as threatening. Repeated exposure reduces limbic activation. Example, watch calm finance videos. Read stories of ordinary people building wealth, not flashy success, normal, grounded growth. Your thermostat slowly resets. Protect mental energy. Reduce unnecessary decisions. Why it works. Decision fatigue lowers prefrontal control, increasing impulsive behavior. Example, automate savings, plan meals, simplify routines, save brain power for high-value thinking. Rich behavior is often just preserved energy. Integration. So here's the quiet truth. Becoming rich isn't a personality change. It's nervous system training. Not force, not pressure, just teaching your brain that growth is safe. Think of it like taming a shy animal. If you chase it, it runs. If you move slowly, it comes closer. Your mind is the same. Safety first, then expansion. Every small action whispers to your brain, we're okay, we can handle more. And over time, more becomes normal. Quiet, empowering close. Maybe you were never bad with money. Maybe you were just protecting yourself from risk, from shame, from uncertainty. And that protection once kept you alive. So don't fight it. Thank it. Then guide it gently forward. Because wealth isn't something you chase. It's something you slowly become comfortable holding. And when your mind finally feels safe enough, you won't have to force growth anymore. It will feel natural, like breathing.